Hey guys, this is Dr. Franklin. I am the instructor for Introduction to Psychology. This is Psych 210, Section 90, and I wanted to orient you all to the Blackboard environment since it will be the platform in which we engage and you all learn material related to this course and complete assessments connected to this course. So upon entering into this Blackboard Classroom, you'll be taken to the announcements page automatically. This will be your first stop. And the reason why I set up the classroom like that is because throughout the semester, I will be posting announcements that deal with the due dates for discussion boards, due dates for certain assignments. Sometimes I'll post video announcements. Sometimes I may post written announcements that are quote unquote shouting out individuals that are doing a stellar job in the discussion board forums. I'll be posting any kind of extra credit opportunities that may crop up over the course of the semester. If I'm noticing that individuals aren't as active as I want them to be on the discussion board forum, I may be sending out prompts via announcements on Blackboard. When I send out an announcement to the classroom, you'll see it show up not only on this feed that you automatically see once you enter into the Blackboard Classroom, but you will also receive an NSU email in regard to the announcement. So make sure you are staying apprised of the announcements as it's going to be integral to your success moving forward. Okay, so even though you're automatically brought to the announcements, once you come into the Blackboard Classroom, you can navigate to the announcements section by going to the left navigational menu and simply clicking on the link. Now, once you read the announcements, and this is particularly for individuals that are starting this course, next stop that you need to make is the Start Here section. So you click on Start Here, and in the Start Here section I have a welcome video. The welcome video is essentially a video in which I acclimate you to the course. I give you an idea of the different things that we'll be discussing over the course of the semester. So I talk about how we will be discussing the history of psychology, how we will be talking about biological perspectives as it relates to mental processes and behavior. I talk at length about how we will be discussing consciousness and how we'll be talking about developmental psychology, essentially all the ways that we develop womb to the tomb. Also discuss how we'll be talking about psychology and health and how stress is intertwined within that conversation. And then finally, over the course of the semester, we'll be talking about mental illness. So you'll want to definitely check out that video. It's very much personalized for you guys, and there is a script located right here just in case you're hearing impaired or you would simply like to read instead of viewing and listening. After viewing the video, guys, check out this course overview and introduction. This course overview and introduction is a further orientation to the online environment. It's identifying the online course structure and purpose. It's highlighting academic support resources available to you as an online learner, and etc. The learning outcomes are listed. Learning outcomes, folks, are simply things that you should walk away from the experience with. And these things involve competencies, knowledge, skills, maybe changes in regard to personality characteristics, etc. Learning outcomes usually involve you being able to do something as a result of engaging some type of instructional content. All right, so this section is designed to further orient you to the online classroom. Now, something that I really want to point out, folks, that you will find is a bit of a theme within this classroom is the structural setup of this particular content section. Now, for each section that we enter into, folks, you will find that there is a overview where I tell you what the section is about. Then you will find instructional materials and resources. Okay, and these are things that you need to review. These are things that you need to listen to. These are things that you need to read. These are things that you need to study. And then you will find that there are assignments and assessments, excuse me, linked to the instructional materials and resources. Finally, in each section in this Blackboard Classroom, you will find a real-world connections and next steps. You know, there's nothing worse than taking a course and then going, well, what is the point of this? How is this relevant or germane to my everyday life? Well, real-world connections deals with that, and then also you are able to click on a hyperlink that will lead you to the next step or the next thing that I want you to complete within this Blackboard Classroom. So the real world connection is listed here, right, where you can see how all of the instructional materials and resources and the assessments is connected to real life stuff. And that's not hard to do with psychology. Psychology, scientific study of mental processes and behaviors. So, I mean, if I can't get practical with this subject matter, then what can you get practical with? So you get the real world connection there, and then you click on a hyperlink and you go to the next section, right? So the next step for this particular section is for you to go to the syllabus menu, and upon clicking on that, it will take you to the syllabus section. Another way that you can get to the syllabus section is just by clicking on left navigational menu item that says syllabus. Okay, just really quickly want to go into instructional materials and resources. Right, and everything that's listed in bullet form on that particular folder is listed here. Right, and these are all things that I want you to familiarize yourself with. Okay, so there's some relevant information there. Now, we talked about using the left navigational menu to get around in the course. You can also use the breadcrumbs, folks, at the top of this page. So right now we're in instructional materials and resources. We know that because this is the header that's furthest extended to the right margin. If we were to back up and click on course overview and introduction, it will bring us out of that folder and take us back to the previous page that we were on. So just something nifty to keep in mind if you were trying to figure out how to be very efficient in navigating the Blackboard Classroom. See, we are right back where we left off. Really quickly, just going to hop into assignments and assessment. Notice that you have a start here quiz in here that you need to complete. Make sure you handle your business and take that quiz. Okay, essentially everything in assignments and assessment should be taken care of by you. Okay, if not, you'll start seeing zeros popping up in the grade center. You don't want that to happen, so just make sure that you're handling your business on that front. Now, I told you about the breadcrumbs, so I'm going to utilize that again and go out of this folder and go back to the course overview and introduction general area. Boom, click on it, and I'm there, right? So I am back out of it, and I'm able to see everything in that section. Okay, I can go out of this using breadcrumbs by clicking on start here, and I'm back out to the general page right where the video is. Okay, so let's move forward. Let me go back in the course overview and introduction, scroll down and go to real world connections and steps. I said that if you click this link, you'll be propelled to the next area that I want you to enter. So let me click on that now just to show you that I'm not fabricating anything. Word of the day, fabrication means to lie. Boom, we are in the syllabus section. Okay, you can also get there, left navigational menu, just clicking on syllabus. Learning activities checklist, telling you everything that you need to do in here. Okay, plug, note this, put important due dates in cell phone or personal planner. You're going to want to make sure that you do that. Okay. So since we're not face to face, you're going to want to make sure that you have due dates in your cell phone, due dates in your personal planner. So the accountability piece is really square on your shoulders because I care about you guys. Occasionally, I may come into the classroom. If I see that folks aren't logging in, I may reach out to you via email. If I see you on campus, because I do have some virtual students that happen to stay on campus, I may pull you aside and say, hey, Josh, haven't seen you in class. What's up? I may do that, but you can't count on that. Why? Because this is an online class. So that accountability piece really falls on your shoulders. If you don't log in and do what you need to do, it can be easy to fail this class or be in a position where you're looking at my office hours and coming by because you put together a string of excuses that usually start like this. I usually don't do this, but, or I'm really not this type of student, but, or I had this going on, but you don't want to be that guy. So just handle your business, put your due dates in your calendar, put your due dates in your cell phone, save us both the stress of looking each other in the eye and going, why didn't you do all of this earlier? Okay, so we're at the syllabus section. I'm off my soapbox, folks. We at the syllabus section. You click in, you go into the syllabus section, and look, same setup. Overview, instructional materials and resources, assignments and assessments, real world connections, and next steps. Okay, look, for assignments and assessments, you got some business to handle. So there's a syllabus quiz that you need to take care of. So make sure you get in there, handle your business, take care of that syllabus quiz. Instructional materials and resources. Before you do the syllabus quiz, go in there, figure out what the syllabus quiz is about. And you can do that by going into instructional materials and resources. So you'll see the syllabus here. If you click it and open it up, you'll have a wealth of information at your disposal. It tells you the spring 2020 semester that we are currently in, as well as the course number. It tells you that the class is virtual or fully online. And then it lists out my office hours here. So my office hours are listed for you to take advantage of. Even if you are a virtual online student, you can still take advantage of these office hours. So drop by and see me. If these office hour times don't work for you, you can make an appointment. Where you see online only, that essentially means that you can email me or request to meet with me via a virtual video session, and we can set that up within Blackboard Collaborate, which is in the Blackboard Classroom. So if you wanted to do that, let me know at least 2 days in advance. Hey Doc, I want to meet with you during virtual office hours on Tuesday. I'll go, cool, I'll send you a link. We will connect, and I would be happy to see you face to face and connect with you and answer any questions that you may have. My office location is listed, so Brown Memorial Hall, Suite 216, room 12. Okay, Suite 216, room 12, second floor. That's where you can find me. Telephone number is listed. My preferred way of students getting in touch with me is via email. So send me an email, and within 48 hours, I will respond to you. All right. So review the syllabus. I'm going to get back to the Blackboard Classroom because I want to make sure that you get oriented to this environment. There's other relevant information located within instructional materials and resources, stuff about citation. You're going to need that for your discussion board, and information in regard to the calendar. So you click on this, it gives you an orientation to the Blackboard Classroom and how you can use that to your advantage to stay abreast of assignments that you need to complete by a certain date and time. Okay, using our breadcrumbs again, going back out the syllabus, and then using the breadcrumbs again, going back out to the broader area of syllabus. All right, so I'm going to go back into the syllabus area, scroll down, and click on Real World Connections and Steps. Boom. And it automatically takes you to the first module that I want you to focus on. So in this course, folks, we will cover 7 chapters. This is the first part of the 2-class series in Introduction to Psychology. So it's one textbook. Instead of covering the whole textbook, one class. What is being done is we're dividing up the textbook and covering 7 chapters of the content, and then the other 7 to 8 chapters are discussed in Psychology 211. So with that being said, we're covering 7 chapters across 7 modules, and each module where we will spend approximately 2 weeks working on. Okay, so we are in Module 1, the Science of Psychology. You see an overview. You see learning outcomes, or things that you should understand after completing all of the instructional materials and resources and assignments and assessments. And then you see real world connections and next steps. Okay, what I do want to spend some time doing is jumping into assignments and assessment. And I want to talk about the types of assignments that you will have in the course. So you will have to complete discussion board assignments. So as I mentioned earlier, anything in assignments and assessment, you want to make sure that you complete. Okay, let me just click on one of the discussion board forms. So upon clicking on the discussion board form, this is what you will see. You will get a prompt of some sort. So this is the prompt that you see here. It's a form description where I am orienting you to the discussion board form. I'm telling you what it's going to be about. And this is a post first discussion form. So what you have to do is answer the questions first that's listed in the form description. And you will do this via creating a thread, and then after you create a thread, you'll be able to see all of your peers' responses that have elected to complete the assignment. Currently, there's 0 people in this thread because the class hasn't started yet. I give you an example of how you should be responding to this particular discussion board form. Now, how do you create a post? Well, you would simply click on create a thread, and then from there you will be able to create your response to the form description prompt that's listed below, and then after doing so you'll be able to see your peers' responses. Really quickly, want to jump into grading information. I clicked on grading information. Let me go back because I don't want you guys to miss that. Hold on, we're running into some kind of technical issue. Okay, so we're here. So grading information. Okay, this is where you will find information on how you'll be evaluated. You click on grading information. Then you go to this little grid / table right here, and when you click on that, you'll get the rubric detail. So this will pop up. So every discussion board post that you complete over the course of the semester, it will be evaluated utilizing this rubric that I have here. So the first row is dealing with quality. So are you answering the questions in the assignment? The second part of the rubric is dealing with your post meeting assignment length. Each of your posts should be at least 100 words. Your initial post should be 100 words, as well as your 2 responses to your peers should be at least 100 words. This third piece is dealing with grammar and spelling. And then finally, this isn't a course where we can just Google information and plug it in, or just rely on anecdotal information to answer questions, but rather I am expecting you guys to read information located in instructional materials and resources, as well as process content that I think is palatable, and embed that information within your post. So I expect you to be using the textbook, and I expect you to be including in-text citations from the ETextbook in your discussion board post. So make sure you review this rubric and you keep this criteria in mind when you are submitting discussion board assignments. I'm just going to go back here. Okay. Back. Our breadcrumbs are back. Click on assignments and assessment. All right, so that's that in regard to the discussion board forms. This class does involve Mindtap. So Mindtap is a third-party site in which you will be completing assignments that are linked to this course. So right now it's telling me to sign in because I am in a student preview state, and technically I'm not a student, I'm an instructor, but you will have to familiarize yourself with Mindtap. So I will delay talking about that right now, and instead we'll go out of this area and use my crumbs to go to the course content general section. So where we are now is course content. When you clicked on next steps from syllabus, it took you into module 1. Right now we're outside of the module 1 folder. we're outside of the module 1 folder, and we're just in a folder where all of the modules are listed. So the learning activities checklist, this lists out everything that you need to complete within these folders there. Okay. And as you can see, I said there's 7 chapters in the course. We got 7 modular folders, each with the same structural breakup: overview, instructional materials and resources, assignments and assessments, world, and real world connections, and next steps. This is something you need to read as it relates to Mindtap and getting familiarized with it. Again, Mindtap is a third-party site I'm utilizing for this course. And then if you run into issues with Mindtap, you can click on Engage Technical Support. Okay, so everything that you need to complete as it relates to this course can be found in this course content section, and each module has a similar setup. On the left navigational menu, you will find a tab that says Psychology Research Assignment. When you click on these links, you will be able to go in, see what the assignment involves, and complete it. So we're in scholarly article upload. So it's giving you information on that. Instead of pressing the back button, I'll just use my breadcrumbs, go back out. Psychology research assignment. So this area is set up a bit differently than the other areas, but you do see the instructional material there. So the first thing that you need to do here is review all of this information, and then upon reviewing all of that information, or rather after reviewing all of that information, you'll be able to complete the scholarly article upload and the psychology research assignment. The PowerPoint project is the final project for this course. It's due on the last day of class. And I'll have more information in regard to what you will need to do to complete this. I may make this unavailable until I update it. As you can see, it has an old due date in there. But we don't have a traditional final exam. Instead, what you will complete is this PowerPoint project. Ask the professor. This is a place where you can pose your Q&As, you can send emails. There's Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, a place that we could go to meet virtually. Again, if you want to meet with me virtually, if you have a video camera, which you should, that's a requirement for taking an online course, just let me know well in advance and we can certainly set that up. Learner resources are listed here. So if you have a technical issue in regard to Blackboard, you can click on Technical Support. Okay, and you will be taken there to sign in using your NSU username and password, and you can get some assistance. The help desk number is listed there. If you have issues with Mindtap, going back to course content, Mindtap is a bit different. If you have issues with Mindtap, you will want to click on Engage Technical Support. If you try to get assistance from the Office of Extended Learning or the help desk in regard to Mindtap, they will not be able to assist you. So Mindtap issues, click on Engage Technical Support. Blackboard issues, click on Technical Support up here, or contact the Office of Extended Learning, which is located in the syllabus, the contact information that is. Clicking on my grades will show you your grades and all of the assignments. You should definitely check your grades frequently. When I evaluate you, take a look at the rubric and how I evaluated you. Sometimes I may leave comments, and there should be like a little bubble that pops out, so you'll be able to click on that and view my comments. There's a link here for tools, and you could use this to access the calendar. The calendar will list out the due dates for the assignments, And keep in mind that the due dates for the discussion boards will be listed here, but the due dates for the Mindtap assignments will not be listed here. All right, so that's extremely important. At any rate, given that you got 2 weeks per module, expect that the due date for all of your assignments will be the Sunday of the second week of that module. So Sunday 11:59 p.m. is the due date for all of the content in a modular folder. Okay. So we are in course tools. I don't see any breadcrumbs up there. So let's just go back. I clicked on calendar, tell you the due dates for your assignments. Another useful tool is discussion board. You can click on that. If you go there, you will see every discussion board listed for each module. Okay, some of the discussion board prompts involve videos, some of them involve pictures, some of them will involve you completing surveys, etc. All right. So that is just a quick overview to the Blackboard Classroom. There's a course evaluation section which I will populate at the end of the semester for you to complete a course evaluation for the class. And the next thing that I briefly want to talk about is Mindtap. All right, so I clicked out of the student preview section and I went into Instructor View, or what I actually see when I go into the Blackboard Classroom. And now I want to navigate to Mindtap. So you all as students will be able to access Mindtap by going into your modular folders and going to instructional materials and resources and assignments and assessment. So let me do that. Click into instructional materials and resources. Upon doing so, there's an additional folder within it that says course reading, and then there are a series of videos that I would like you to review. Scrolling back up to the top, let's click into course reading, because as we can read, it has sections connected to the ETextbook. So upon clicking on it, you go into the folder, and then you have all of these Mindtap links as shown by these icons. So if you click on Chapter 1, StudyCast Preview, you will get a new window that will load, and you have the option of listening to this audio file, which is a 10-minute clip that gives you an introduction to Chapter 1, the Science of Psychology.
Welcome to the StudyCast for Chapter 1.
All right. Once you finish with it, you can simply click out of it, and then you'll be taken to a general page. Now, on this general page, you will see listed all of the chapters that we will cover over the course of the semester. Just as a reminder, we will spend 2 weeks on every chapter, with the exception of chapter 13, in which we will spend 3 weeks. So upon clicking on each of these chapters, you will get a more detailed menu breakdown in which you can access the StudyCast preview and the readings associated with this particular chapter. So you can access these directly by clicking on the link. It will take a second to load, and then it will populate. So right now we are looking at the ETextbook. You can get the ETextbook to read to you by clicking on this icon. You can make some changes in terms of the font. You can even print some pages of the ETextbook if you would like. There's also a bookmark option for you to bookmark areas, and you can do some editing, and I believe there's a function somewhere that allows you to highlight. So you got to select the text first, and then it gives you the options as far as the highlighter. When you're all done with the ETextbook, you simply click X to get out of it, and you're taken back to the general page. Now, in terms of your Mindtap assignments, you will find those below your readings. and you will see the due dates below the title of those assignments. So all of your quizzes, your labs, your applied psychology assignments will be located in Mindtap, and you will want to make sure that you complete them by the due date. Keep in mind that your Mindtap assignment due dates are not embedded in your Blackboard course calendar. I know that that's redundant, but I think that's important to say, because if you're just totally relying on the Blackboard course calendar and not looking at Mindtap and the due dates, as well as not engaging your syllabus, then you could potentially miss out on a whole bunch of assignments, a whole bunch of points, a whole bunch of learning opportunities, etc. So over here, there is an icon that allows you to access the full ETextbook as if you had it in front of you. So this is the cover page for it. If you just click on full book, you get the cover page, and you can actually go through it and navigate through it and to certain areas via hyperlinks. I'll X out of that. And there's a lot of useful tools along this right navigational menu. Okay, so there's a glossary you can utilize. There's read speaker if you want your text read to you. If you want additional practice problems, you can access Questiya. So there are a lot of tools on this right navigational menu that is worth exploring. For most of your assignments, you have 3 attempts. So make sure that you take advantage of your 3 attempts, and keep in mind that you will incur a 20% penalty if you are completing assignments late or after the due date. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful. Please give me some feedback in the comment section below. You can feel free to give me feedback as well during face-to-face office hours, or if you see me on campus. I hope you have a wonderful semester, and please stop by and let me know if I can be of assistance to you. Take care.